All right, and we're working on Common Core State Standards, Math, 7th grade, Ratios and Proportion 2, and it's also in the graduation standards of Numbers and Quantity, 1A, and we're looking at the vocabulary, and it is on rates and unit rates. And of course, the first word is rates, and all of math is like learning another language, so we need to know the vocabulary, and it's so important. Rate, it is actually a ratio, and a ratio, it looks like a fraction, only it's labeled. So a rate is a ratio, so it has two numbers it's comparing, and it's two different quantities that you're comparing. And we will look at some examples so that you will understand what it is. So if I say we have 160 beats, heartbeats, and it's in 2 minutes. So if we're taking your heart rate and it beats 160 times in 2 minutes. So the different units are beats and time. So those are the two different units, and that's a ratio. And so we would say it beats 160 beats per 2 minutes. But generally, when you're looking at rates, you really want to go down to the unit rate. And down the unit rate is, even though you have the rate of 160 beats per 2 minutes, generally you want to know what it is per minute. And to get it per minute, it's still looking like a fraction with its labels. You'd have the 160 just like we have up here, only you're going to take the 160 and it needs to stay labeled beats for 2 minutes, and you're going to divide by the denominator, the number in the denominator, because you want it by 1 minute. So you're going to divide by 2 over 2, and actually 2 over 2 is really just a 1. And when you divide 160 beats by 2, you're going to get 80 beats, because 160 divided by 2 is 80, and we have to label it. And 2 divided by 2 is 1 minute. This actually is how everything is generally broken down to, and it's 80 beats per minute. A lot of times in the grocery stores and stuff like that, you will see like 18 cans of beans, whatever, for $6. And so here we have, it looks like a fraction, set it up as a fraction, but we want to know how much we can get for $1. How many cans can we get for $1? So we want that on the bottom. So if we want $1, we want that to be a unit, 1. We divide by 6 over 6, which is actually a 1. And 18 divided by 6 is 3, and our labels, cans. 6 divided by 6 is $1. So we can get 3 cans for $1. That is the unit rate. But this is the rate. Thank you.